Hey guys, Steve Trowbridge here, back. So I was going to do a Raw review. I even had notes. And I was going to go over what happened detail by detail, but I started to do it, and I looked back. I didn't really like it, so I'm just going to give you a very, very basic, just quick review of it. I mean, there were several segments during the night where, you know, Ashley, the human resources worker, whatever, HR, whatever. She was evaluating Kane and seeing if he was going to keep his job, you know, corporate Kane, if he was going to keep his job or not. And, you know, Seth Rollins was antagonizing him throughout the whole thing. Then finally she said yes. And then afterwards, Seth Rollins was yelling at Kane. He attacked Kane with a chair and then attacked his leg. And then they took him out in a stretcher. And Seth Rollins was, you know, taunting him. And he was talking shit. And then they put him in the ambulance. Then the ambulance stopped. It went all red. Then Demon Kane came out. I guess that's what they're calling him. Demon Kane came out, shook the limp off, shook the injured leg off, and then went to the ring and attacked Seth Rollins, and then he posed with the WWE title, so now I guess there's going to be a title match between Seth Rollins and Kane, so good job WWE. Your top contender right now in 2015 is Kane for the world title. Well done. I mean, there was, what else was there? I mean, there was, you know, the feud between Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt is still going on. You know, there was a segment earlier on with Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns and Randy Orton, which was okay. I mean, there were several matches. Most of them ended up in DQ or DQ and disqualification. Those are the same thing. What am I saying? But DQ or count out, like Kevin Owens versus Rusev in a double in disqualification when you know, I can't even remember. I think it was Kevin Owens that went out and attacked Ryback. I don't know. One person or another attacked Ryback, then Ryback attacked the other, then it ended in a disqualification. I actually kind of wanted to see Kevin Owens and Rusev go back and forth in a match. I thought it had the potential to be a really good match, but of course they had to end in disqualification. They didn't even get like 20 seconds in, so that was really disappointing. There was Neville versus Stardust. Again, ended in disqualification. I mean, those two have, I mean, the feud's been going on for a while. But then King Barrett came back and you know, attacked both guys, you know, ended the match, which again is disappointing because I would have liked to have seen an actual match between those two, even though we've gotten it before. I still would have liked to see it because both guys are really good workers, you know, Neville especially. We got a 6-diva tag team match, you know, I mean, it's the same thing they've been doing for months with the divas, you know, for a long time. You know, Paige pretty much said the same stuff she said last week, so that feud is still going on. Well, beforehand, there was a Miz TV segment with Charlotte and Becky, which, you know, really didn't amount to anything. It just amounted to, you know, Bella Twins coming out, talking trash, like he's saying she's going to be the next Divas champion. And then Paige came out, again, saying pretty much the exact same stuff she said last week, and then ended in a brawl, and then 6-diva tag team match. So, Primetime Players versus Luke Harper and Braun Strowman, an actual match with a clean finish, or somewhat clean finish anyways. It didn't end in DQ or count out, so counts for something, I guess. It was actually a good match. I actually enjoyed it for the time that it had. I wish these two could actually feud. You know, have a real feud for the tag titles, but I guess that's not going to happen. You know, it's sad seeing the Primetime Players get jobbed out, you know, pretty much being rendered you know, irrelevant at this point. What else was there? Oh yeah, there was Randy Orton versus Bo Dallas, which was essentially just a squash match. You know, Bo Dallas getting squashed again, which is unfortunate. Yes, I kind of like Bo Dallas. Shut the fuck up. But no, seriously, I do. I actually like Bo Dallas. I actually find him entertaining. And it's unfortunate he's getting jobbed out. The match was like 3-4 minutes long, so I mean, you know, whatever on that. They were hyping Big Show versus Brock Lesnar throughout the show, and that's pretty funny because I'm pretty sure Brock Lesnar destroyed Big Show last year, so saying he's the only guy to push Brock Lesnar to his limits. Yeah, whatever, dude. Trying to think of what else happened. I've got my notes right here. I think that's pretty much it. I mean, oh, well, I mean, you had, you know, you had Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt, which was the main event, and ultimately that was probably the match of the night. Of course, the main event should be the match of the night, you would think, but ended up being the match of the night. I thought it was a pretty good match. I mean, honestly, I thought it was a good match. Before the match started, Bray Wyatt came out with Luke Harper and Braun Strowman. Roman Reigns called him a little bitch, so after that, he sent Luke Harper and Braun Strowman away, and they started fighting. Pretty good match. There was actually a moment in particular in the match where Bray Wyatt hit this sick DDT. I mean, it was a really cool looking DDT, but he like spiked. It almost was like a spiked DDT, like Roman Reigns like spiked it or something. It was really cool. Bray Wyatt hit a Uranagi on Bray Wyatt hit a Uranagi on Roman Reigns, and that looked pretty good too. But yeah, these guys had a good back and forth match. It eventually ended up becoming a double count out, which I would have liked to have a clean finish, but it was still pretty cool though. Bray like cross-bodied Roman through the barricade, and then Roman Reigns ended up spearing Bray on the announce table. The crowd was really into it. They were doing the yes chants. So I mean, a good thing to end the show with. It was really the best thing all night. So yeah. But overall, just a very disappointing Raw. And you know, that's why I stopped watching in the first place, is because, you know, whenever I watched Raw or SmackDown or whatever, you know, I always came away feeling underwhelmed and just very disappointed, and eventually I just stopped. And I remember the time that I stopped watching was when, back in 2012, when at Extreme Rules, when they were doing the Brock Lesnar-John Cena feud, and they were having the match. And I was thinking, wow, they brought Brock Lesnar back. Maybe things are going to change. Maybe things are going to go back to how they were. But no, John Cena ended up beating Brock Lesnar. So it was the same shit as always. And after that, I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm done. Seriously, I'm done. I'm fed up with this. And I quit watching. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not going to mention any names, but there have been someone in the comments saying, what are your reasons for not supporting the WWE and everything? Dude, my reasons for not supporting the WWE, supporting or not enjoying, whatever word you want to call it, maybe I didn't word it properly, but whatever you want to use, my reason for not enjoying the WWE or supporting it is the same reason that a lot of other fans are frustrated with WWE right now. A lot of other fans don't enjoy Raw right now because the product is stale. They don't utilize their young talents correctly. And it's the same old shit, which is basically, you know, the same thing as, you know, the product is stale, but still, with a lot of other things too. And apparently, you know, I'm not the only one, because apparently this Raw this past Monday just hit an all-time low in ratings. So apparently I'm not alone. I mean, I could go all day as to why I don't enjoy the WWE product or Raw anymore. Support it, whatever you want to say. But those are the main reasons why. Okay, so is that enough of an explanation for you? Anyways, but yeah, that's my quick little Raw review, I guess. Raw was underwhelming. It was mediocre. It was a poor Raw. I mean, it wasn't good, which is not a surprise because Raw isn't good most of the time, anyways. I mean, they have a good show here and there every once in a while, but this Raw was really no different from most of the other Raws. It wasn't good. It had a few good segments, you know, one or two good matches, but other than that, it sucked. So, but yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. And the fact that they actually got like an all-time, you know, low rating for Raw isn't surprising either. So, and saying that, you know, I hope that. I mean, it's not that I don't respect Kane and Big Show and Mark Henry, you know, another guy on here. It's not that I don't respect them for all they've done in the business, because I really do respect all three of those guys. I mean, they put in the work. They've all worked their ass off, and I mean, they're all talented. But at this point, I mean, those guys should really just consider just retiring, because especially Big Show, man. You know, no one cares about Big Show anymore. I mean, no one cares anymore. I mean, people just, they want to see other guys. They want to see Cesaro. They want to see Owens. They want to see Bray Wyatt. I mean, they are seeing Bray Wyatt, but they want to see these young guys get a legitimate push. You know, they want to see the writers, you know, legitimately get behind them. you know, and support them and literally give, you know, book them consistently and prominently on Raw. Because I mean, it's like, where was Cesaro? You know, he wasn't even on this Raw. You know, Kevin Owens, you know, the new IC champion, he didn't even get to have a match. It ended in 20 seconds in disqualification. So yeah, I mean, I'm not saying anything new. I mean, a lot of people are frustrated with Raw. It's no news. I mean, I'm not bringing anything new to the table as far as that's concerned. But yeah, so that's about it. That's your quick little Raw review, I guess. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.